everyday people that are interacting in our community.
The Apache Junction Police Department and Pinal County Sheriff's Office are among Valley agencies targeting predators.
One of them was a military veteran, one of them was a youth sports coach, and many of them have children at home that they are raising on their own.
In this latest operation, 14 men between 23 and 59 years old traveled as far as 50 miles to Apache Junction to meet with someone they believed was 14 years old.
Some of them showed up with drugs. Some of them showed up with snacks for our kids. Some of them showed up with toys.
The Pinal County Attorney's Office charged the suspects with 49 felonies. But it does not mean those suspects will get a harsh penalty.
If an undercover officer lures individuals looking for children, that is a probation-eligible crime here in Arizona.
That's because in these operations, there aren't actual victims. Instead, there are officers posing as minors. He's now pushing for lawmakers to pass a Senate bill that would change that.
To change the definition of dangerous crime against children, to include that an undercover police officer can act as that lure, so that we can charge these individuals with felonies and properly put them into prison.
Some of these were specific.
Despite what happens in court, Director of the ASU Office of Sex Trafficking Intervention Research, Dominique Rose-Sepowitz, believes these operations serve as a deterrent.
I do think the message to our community is that our law enforcement cares about this, our prosecutors care about this, our community is holding people accountable, and that's what we want.
Experts tell us these types of crimes are widespread, impacting all communities. A big part of that is because of social media. Arizona has a sex trafficking hotline for anyone who believes that they are victims or if they think they need resources. And we have all of that information on our AZ Family app and website. Reporting live in the studio, Alexis Dominguez for Arizona's Family.